Alrighty, we are here at the Reach Store downtown La Follette, and I know exactly Sheets, but the young lady here, I'm afraid we don't know her.
I'm Julie All. I'm with Habitat and I'm one of our board members.
Now, how long have you guys, Zach, I'll ask you first, how long have you been with Habitat?
I've been with Habitat since pretty much the time I moved up here, so it's been about 9 years now, and I'm currently chairman of our board, and Julie is, of course, one of our board members.
Right. Now, before we get into anything, talk a little bit about what Habitat has done, not just for the world, okay, but for this community here, Campbell County and surrounding areas.
Well, we're currently working on building our 37th house in this county.
Now I want you to say that again.
37th house.
In this county?
Yes.
Okay.
And we are trying to stick on a program of about 2 houses per year now. There was a lapse when the organization kind of wasn't going, but since, the last 7 or 8 years, we've been on this path of working on about 2 houses per year. We recently entered in a partnership with TCAT to where they're helping us, their students learn how to build, they're
Right.
building our homes for us. So it's a fantastic opportunity for all of us. And
It's a real nice trade-off, isn't it?
It's amazing, and that keeps the cost down because, contrary to what a lot of people believe, the houses are not given to our partners.
Right.
They're taking an interest-free mortgage out, but they pay for what it cost us to build the house.
Which is actually one of my favorite parts about Habitat for Humanity. Habitat for Humanity helps others help themselves, and that's huge to me to see somebody step up, take responsibility, and we're able to help them in those situations. And we help them through classes, through preparing for a mortgage, preparing for new home ownership. So it's not just our responsibility, it becomes their responsibility.
Right, because they're involved.
Right, exactly.
Now, when you guys use contractors, now, do those contractors charge you, or do they donate their time, or how does that
When
work?
we've used contractors, and when we do, they typically give us a reduced rate, or at least help us out on that price. But we still do end up paying some of them. In this market, it's tough for people to give away all their services.
Right.
But they do their best to help us out and keep that price point down so that our partners have an affordable home.
Right.
Those partners, as she mentioned, have to go through all those classes,
Right.
and they have to put in hours of volunteer time in order
Because
to
it's
go
their
through this
house.
program. Right.
Right.
And one of the great things about the way that it all works together is that at the end of the day, they have not only taken accountability for learning, they have taken action, and I feel like that helps people have a better sense of how the community comes together to help them. It gives them a better sense of their community. It gives them a better sense of what it is to be a homeowner in a community. And so they have to take action and involvement in so many different ways that it comes together for the good of the community.
Well, that's
And,
great.
and it really should be noted that we even have one of our most recent partners on our board because these are people who have taken charge of their lives and they want to make a difference in their lives and they want to have a better life. And this is an opportunity for them. And the whole program makes it such that they have skin in the game, if you will,
Right.
that they still have to pay for that home, and they put a lot of hard work and effort into it. So it's not a situation where, hey, someone's given something and they just kind of,
Right.
These are people who are really dedicated to what they have.
And if you have a hand in something and you really feel ownership, you're going to appreciate it more.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, now let's talk about the future. What's the future plans for this habitat?
Well, our goal is, as I said, that we want to keep on that program of at least trying to put together 2 houses per year.
Right.
There's some funding opportunities out there that may allow us to do even more, but of course everything is dependent on how much money there is out there and what we can accomplish. We keep our costs down as low as we can.
Right.
The board is all volunteer, and most of the people who work in the store are volunteers as well. At the most, we've had 2 employees over the last few years in the store that we pay.
Right.
And that's our way of trying to dedicate as much of the money as we have to building these homes.
Now let's talk a little bit about the restore where we're at now. It's downtown La Follette. Do you get a lot of response from the donations? Do you get a lot of donations? Or?
Well, everything that we're going to sell here is basically a donation, whether it's from a business or an individual. We do run pickups to local residents to pick up their stuff, and we hope that more people will dedicate their stuff towards us, because everything that we generate here just goes into
Back
making
into the community.
Yeah, and we've also been productive from the standpoint that this building itself used to be vacant and pretty dilapidated, the
Right.
storefront and everything else. So we feel like we've made a positive change because the exterior of the building is positive for the
Right.
community downtown.
And the store helps in so many ways. I mean, the store itself is a resource for the community. By having discounted goods, discounted prices, making things affordable for people that live in this local area to come and shop. So it in itself is an aid to the community. So when people donate, they're not only helping the community in that way, all of our proceeds always go back into building houses. So you can help through various ways with Habitat. You can help through physical volunteering. You can help through monetary donations. You can help here by regular donations of household items, goods, clothes, that kind of thing. And then your time. I mean, we know not everybody has time,
Right.
but if you do, we always have a place. We have a place in the store. We have a place when we're building homes. We can always find something.
Well,
So
now, if someone wants to donate any clothing, or well, you don't.
we do clothing. we
Okay.
do.
Anything. How would they go about doing that? What's the number they call?
The store is open, first of all, from 10 to 5 on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Thursday.
Donations are always welcome at the door. Our pickups do run off of volunteer
Right.
staff right now. So we're generally trying at this moment to pick up on Saturdays. But again, it is volunteer based. We are at 117 East Central, and we welcome donations anytime. You can call the store number at 423. Oh, David canceled this. What is the number? I can't remember.
I'll get it all.
It's 1763.
Okay,
Bless the heart, they have to look at the phone.
that'll be
And
it.
card, Dad, right there. What's the phone number?
7316
Yeah, it's 7316, but what's the first three? 56?
566.
All right, so it's 566-7316 or 377-5030.
Oh, I don't know what that number is. Let's not get
Yeah, I don't know
that
that second number.
Okay,
Stick to the
scratch
first
that
one.
last number, folks.
Yeah, let's.
But now let's talk about, you mentioned.
Well, let me add one more thing
Okay.
there, and we also have made exceptions to what we do here from the standpoint that if there's a community emergency, like back when the floods hit and the domestic violence shelters were wiped out, we donated a lot of furniture and a lot of household goods to them so that they had something to live with.
Right.
We've done that for in situations where someone has lost everything in a fire.
Just this morning I did a fire.
Right. So we're gonna do that kind of thing. That while we want to sell it all to raise money, we also want to be a partner of the community.
Absolutely.
And if someone has an emergency and they desperately need the help, we're going to step up and try to help them.
And in a way, you're giving back to the community, right?
Absolutely. And that's our whole purpose, is to make a difference in the community.
Habitat is a Christian organization that is community driven.
Yeah, and it should be noted that, the houses that we most recently built here in La Follette were the first new houses in the city of La Follette in the last 10 years. The first new homes within the city limits.
Wow.
And we've taken either dilapidated structures or vacant lots
Right.
and turned them into homes.
Now, I've seen you guys do that.
So that's good for everyone, because that builds on the city's tax base and it increases the residency. So it's all a positive.
And it also helps the neighborhood. I'm a property owner in La Follette.
Property values go up.
And if there's a new house built next to me, my property value just shoots sky high.
Absolutely.
And we, maintain a standard that our partners have to keep their homes up.
Right.
So when you see a Habitat home, it's typically one of the better looking ones in the
Right.
neighborhood.
And after they build them, you have inspectors come in. They have to inspect the wiring, the plumbing.
Oh, yeah.
Everything has to be up to code.
Absolutely.
It's not like you guys throw a house together and say, go get it.
Nope.
Right.
We have to go through the same process as everybody else. that
Any
does it.
builder who builds a home, we're gonna-
Permitting,
yeah.
the whole 9 yards. So again, that's where our our outreach to community comes, we want to give back to the community, but we also have to work with the community, partner with the community for those resources. Everything that we build, as you touched on earlier, was the cost of the house. So the more donations that we have, the more time, the more resources, the more materials that are donated, lessens the cost of that house for that homeowner. When that happens, when we get into those situations where we have a lot of items donated for the home, or we have a lot of monetary donations, the less they build, the more we can build again. So everything that we have in reserve can go forward to building the next home. So that's one of the reasons that the community is so important, and building those relationships with local partners as well, is to be able to keep those costs low so that we can do more.
Now, let's talk about, you guys right now, you desperately need volunteers, don't you?
We do. Especially in the restore right
How
now.
would one go about, if somebody's out there, and I'm sure there is, and they would like to donate their time, and really, Zach, what they're doing is they're not only just donating their time, but they're giving back to the community in which they live. How would they, who would they contact? How would they go about that? Just call the store, or?
Yeah, they can call the store, they can come in the store. Julie's typically here running the store for us right now. And just let her know when they would like to be available and when they'd like to come in and help. We do this as well for the Tennessee Achieves program. Those students need volunteer hours to get their scholarships. We welcome them to come here and help.
Right.
There's always something that needs to be moved around, or taking care of the customers who come in. And it's also a lot of fun because you meet a lot of people, you get to talk to a lot of people, and it's a fun place to be.
Right.
So it's not one of those volunteer opportunities where you're going to hate every moment of it because you're going to work hard.
Yeah, you're not going to be here no 80 hours or
Right.
nothing.
And we have volunteers of all ages.
Yeah.
We have volunteers of all ages, from younger
Right.
volunteers to elderly volunteers, and we love all of them. And each one brings such a unique.
So any age that wants to get involved?
Absolutely.
The 18-year-old.
I mean,
If they're under 18, then we have to be a little bit more careful. But
Right.
But typically, if they're 18 and above,
18.
anyone who wants to, and if they have certain restrictions on what they can do, we can typically find something for them here.
Right.
We want the community to be involved.
So there's a place for them right here at Habitat.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Right here in La Follette, right here in.
And beyond that, if someone wants to step up to the level of helping out on the board,
Yes.
Right.
we still have openings there. We're always looking for people who are going to be connected in the community and help us out. And as far as the donations, we've even had people and we've been very fortunate that people in this community have stepped up and donated parcels of land to us in the last few years. So
great.
it's just a fantastic way to build the community and help individuals make that change in their life, because the people who we put into a home are individuals who are working already, they're earning money, they're productive members of the community, but they just don't have the wherewithal to get a down payment to step
get
into
started,
an expensive
really.
home. Right. So this is their opportunity to have that home.
And now, are you guys on social media, Facebook?
We do have a Facebook account. It's Campbell County Habitat for Humanity on Facebook.
So they can contact you guys
Absolutely.
on the internet.
And a lot of them, as chairman of the board, reach out to me. They're more than welcome to go. My personal page is at Zach Really K Sheets on Facebook. They can contact me with work. A lot of messages come that way. Zach.sheets@edwardjones.com. Or if they want to find me during the week, they can just come by my office and talk to me. My office, I'm there Monday through Friday. So if the store's not open and they can't get hold of someone, they're welcome to reach out.
And they're welcome to reach out to, regarding the store or the board, anything.
But now, if they go to your Facebook page, somebody's going to answer them
Yes.
pretty quick.
Yes.
Anything else you guys want to add?
Just that we would welcome any help that there's out there. And we try not to turn anything down.
We would love to build new partnerships with churches, businesses, local community leaders. So they can feel free to reach out to Zach or myself. My cell phone number is 865-296-8400. You're welcome to reach out. But
Just put that anywhere.
We are definitely looking to build partnerships with our local community.
And you mentioned churches. That'd be a great thing for churches to get involved.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And if it's something that, we can partner with them, we would take that opportunity and run with it.
Yep.
It's kind of how the TCAT opportunity came about. That we were just talking and it became a great opportunity for everyone involved.
Right.
And since she gave out her number, you can reach me at 865-242-6208.
All right. Well, guys, we thank you for your time.
Thank you.
And we're going to get this out here, and we're going to try to get some people involved.
We appreciate you very much. Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you.
What do you think?
To volunteer, please call 423-566-7316 or visit us online on Facebook at Campbell County Habitat for Humanity, or you can simply stop by our Restore downtown La Follette. But whatever you do, find out how you too can help fellow members of your community today.